Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Leo.
Hello Leo, welcome to your July of 2014 Tarotscope mini astrology reading. I tuned the lights down, so hopefully that's going to cut down the glare, but I hope you guys can see pretty good. Let's just start shuffling. And happy birthday to all of you late July Leos. Happy birthday this year. Okay, let's get a couple more cards here and see what we get. Another thing that's going to be happening this month, we'll get more into it in the astrology, but Jupiter is going to be moving into your sign. And this is a once every 12-year event. It's very powerful, very lucky. People are going to be drawn to you. You're going to have a strong mojo. You're going to have a strong attraction vibe and everything. So starting this month and continuing on through the next year, could be some really good stuff for all Leos. All right, let's take a look here. These first few cards are not so hot. You know, it's talking about being on guard and things being out of balance. So if something seems like it's not a good deal, or it's not balanced, or it's not fair, then maybe you should back off of it. You know, don't be so quick to jump into something if it doesn't seem like it's a good thing for you, because it very, very well may not be. You know, Six of Rods is in reverse, is talking about not getting your just rewards, not getting sometimes paid what you're worth, sometimes getting more. It's not really about money, it's more about praise and recognition often. So it's like not getting the praise and recognition that you feel like you deserve, being overlooked, you know, not getting what is coming to you in a positive way, not what's coming to you in a bad way, you know, coming to you in a good way. So it's saying this may very well be in the past too, because it kind of seems like it, because then the Fool in reverse is here. And it's like, don't do the same thing over and over again. And it does feel like this is the past. You've been down this road. You've seen how it turned out. Things have not changed much. And it's all pointing, the Hierophant seems to be the central issue of everything. Hierophant is, well, it's big groups and organizations, it's churches, it's big banks, it's the medical system, it's the judicial system, legal law, etc. But it's kind of like the status quo. It's like trying to fit into the mainstream society. It's definitely mainstream, and it's corporations and things like that. So I think you've had some kind of run-in with one of these things, medical, you know, justice, whatever the case may be. And it didn't turn out so good for you last time, so I don't think it's going to turn out too good for you this time. So you can sidestep it, avoid it, definitely, and just don't do it. You have free will, you just don't do it. And this is also, too, talking about, like, everything that's going towards this is all negative. Like this journey's in reverse going towards it. The Fool in reverse is going. These are all coming down, pointing at it. Everything's pointing to here. So it may be even as simple as, like, don't compromise your principles. Don't, you know, bend who you really are to fit into some mold set out by somebody else. Because that's what Hierophant is. It's conforming. You know, it's conforming to fit into society and be not a drone, but it kind of is like that, you know, like a drone or a worker bee or something. And Leo, if nothing else, you're totally about expressing your individuality. That's what Leo's all about. And you've got the power of Jupiter this month and this upcoming year to really help you, you know, explore that option. So here you are down here, Knight of Rods. I feel like this is you, whether you're male or female. The Knight of Rods is the fire sign person. And in the upright position, in this case, so this row is funny because it's looking at a relationship that broke up here. It's looking at an old relationship. And I think in some people's cases, this may not even be your relationship. This may be your parents' divorce or something. It feels like that kind of vibe, like not really you, because it feels like you're watching it from afar, or you're remembering it from afar. It just doesn't feel like it's really happening right now. But something about it, what I want to say is I feel like there could be a lesson to be learned from it. So maybe did your parents get divorced, and how did that, what could you learn from that? Or is it going back to you as a child? If you're, were you the wounded child? That could be part of it. Or are you watching somebody else's, a close friend or relatives, are you watching their relationship deteriorate? And how does that relate to you? Because I'm just feeling like this really isn't you. Or if it is you, this is something that happened a long time ago. And you're like reminiscing or looking at it. It just feels like you're watching it from afar, but there's definitely some kind of lesson or message in there for you as well. Okay, I'm going to do the astrology. I've got one more cool thing I want to try, a new thing I'm going to try after this. And I hope you guys like it. So let's go ahead and put you on the ascendant over here. And first thing that's happening on the 12th is the full moon in Capricorn. And this is going to be in your 6th house of work and health. So, full moon at work. This could be something coming to a head in your job, or having to do with work that you get your answer. A lot of times full moons, you just get your answer. It doesn't always have to be the answer you want or wish fulfilled. Sometimes it's just, there's your answer, like it or not. But illumination too, having some illumination, having some enlightenment about it. And I think it's like not being conventional. There's some tie into not being conventional. And this could be also in your relationships. If this is your parents' relationship, so you don't have to behave in the way that they did. You don't have to model that. You can break free and make your own path in your relationships. And then, of course, on the 26th, the new moon in your sign. Every year you get one new moon in your sign. This is a very powerful day for any sort of manifestation that you're trying to do. And not only that, you've got the power of Jupiter there too. Jupiter moves in on the 16th. That's also a power day for you. But that new moon, this will be you're not going to have a new moon with Jupiter and Leo for probably another 12 years. So this is big time power. You've got the sun and the moon and Jupiter all in your court, basically, all backing you up. So this is a great time to make a new beginning. And now speaking of that Jupiter thing, it is that 12-year cycle, and I always bring this up. So what was going on 12 years ago? Is that when your parents got divorced? Were you going through a divorce back then? Think about what was going on 12 years ago, because these things can cycle back around again on these different planetary cycles, and Jupiter happens to be a 12-year planetary cycle. Okay, let's go ahead. What I wanted to do, I'm so into animal totems, and I wanted to find a way to introduce the animal totems, and I planned on doing a medicine card for everybody. I searched my whole house, tore it apart. I cannot find my medicine cards, so I guess I'm not meant to use them. They're somewhat limited as far as variety because there's only 44 of them, but these are the original ones, and this is a great book and deck to get anyway. It's by Jamie Sams and David Carson. But anyway, so I couldn't find it, but what I did come across was my old Ted Andrews Animal Speak Tarot, which I was never a big fan of this deck because I felt like he should have just did like the medicine cards and just did animals instead of trying to relate it to tarot. So we're not going to relate it to tarot, but there is 78 animal cards in here. So well, that fell. What should I do? I don't know. I think I need to keep shuffling. We're going to pull the animal card, and then I'm going to go into more detailed explanation, but I want to pull it live. Okay, this is going to be your card. So your card for July 2014, Leo, is Ladybug. The message of the ladybug is wishes coming true, as I'm sure many of us remember as children. When the ladybug lands on your arm or on your body, you make a wish and then flies away and the wish comes true. It is a beetle, so there is also an element of transformation. Also, beetles have ties to ancient Egypt and the scarabs, and there could be some connection in a past life or some kind of energy connection for you in that way. They are very, it's lucky in prosperity and abundance because they lay like 800 eggs. So it's big time fertility. It's big time of fertility for new things you're wanting to give birth to, whether it's a child or a creative endeavor. The other thing about them is they control pests and aphids on plants, and they strengthen and protect the plants by eating all the aphids. So it's about your own strength and vitality, and it's about eliminating pests from our lives in order to keep our own strength and our own stamina strong and healthy and growing. Okay, before we go, I want to talk about my book real quick, Tarot in the Modern World. If you enjoy these tarot readings that I do and the way I speak in simple terms and easily understandable, then I think you might enjoy my book. I give upright and reverse positions, and as well as I try to relate it to other cards. So this is going to get you on the path of really doing a reading where you're tying the whole story together instead of just reading one card. It's Tarot in the Modern World, available on Amazon, and you can find the link below. I also wanted to tell everybody about on a couple of my other YouTube channels. First of all, Learning Songs for Kids. If you have any children, you might want to check this out. And there's also some holiday music I wrote on there, that if you're an artist looking to record a holiday album, if you'd like to record any of my songs, I would really like it. And on that same note, I have my VV Creative Shorts with some keyboard lessons and different things, but also more songs that I wrote. And if you're an artist and you're looking for material, I would love to have you record it. So thank you all for watching and liking and commenting and sharing my videos. Thank you for your donations and your prayers and well wishes during my recent illness. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.